All right. Hey, everyone. Ready to make 2025 amazing.
Definitely.
So we're going to dive deep today
Okay.
into this article called
Yeah.
5 Tips to Getting Ahead in 2025 for Your Goals.
Okay.
It's written by Sean Carter, and he's a real estate guy.
All right.
But I think these tips, honestly, they apply to
They do.
just about anything you're trying to achieve.
I think you might be right about that. Yeah.
So let's jump right in.
Okay.
Tip number 1 is clarify your vision and prioritize.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, before you go on vacation, you got to
Yeah.
figure out where you want to go.
You have a destination.
Exactly. You
Yeah.
can't just like wander around aimlessly.
Exactly. And to get specific,
Yeah.
Carter recommends using the SMART method for goal setting.
Yeah, yes, smart goals.
Making sure your goals are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound.
It's like having a roadmap, right?
Yeah.
Instead of just
Exactly.
wandering around hoping to bump into something good.
Yeah. Yeah. And he also goes on to ask 2 really thought-provoking questions, I think.
Okay.
He says, what truly matters to me?
Mm.
And which goals will help me achieve the life I envision?
Oh, that's good.
I think those are really powerful questions to consider, regardless of what you're working towards.
Totally. It's so easy to get caught up in
Right.
like what other people are doing.
It's true.
What we think we should be doing.
Mm-hmm.
But those questions really help us reconnect with what's truly important to us as individuals.
Yeah, it's about aligning your actions with your values. And that brings us to tip number 2, which I think we all struggle with a little bit.
Okay, what is it?
Master the art of time management.
Oh, time management. I tried to
Right.
write a podcast script,
Oh, wow.
bake a cake,
Right.
and learn how to juggle
All at the same time.
all at the same time. Yeah,
Ambitious.
it did not go well. I am not good at multitasking.
That's actually a perfect example of what Carter contrasts with deep work.
Okay, what's deep work?
It's about focusing on one task at a time,
Right.
having uninterrupted time to really get into the flow.
So less juggling, more focus.
Yeah,
Got it.
exactly.
But how do we actually do that?
Well, Carter suggests using tools like Google Calendar,
Oh,
Notion,
Hmm.
and Todoist.
have you tried those?
I am a big fan of Google Calendar,
Me too.
but I've also heard great things about Notion. It's very versatile.
Okay, maybe I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, it's good for notes, project management, even creating your own wikis.
Interesting.
Okay.
Okay, so tip number 3 is invest in lifelong learning,
Mm-hmm.
which in 2025 feels less like advice and more like, a requirement for survival.
Absolutely. Carter highlights artificial intelligence,
Oh, yeah, that's a big one.
digital marketing, and personal branding as key areas to focus on.
Okay.
But he also talks about soft skills, which are just as important.
Right, because even if you're like a coding genius,
Mm-hmm.
you need to be able to
Yeah.
communicate work with a team.
Yeah. So communication, leadership, emotional intelligence.
Yes, all those things.
Those are skills that apply across any field, no matter how much technology advances.
That's true. Okay, so we've got a clear vision. We're managing our time. We're committed to learning.
Mhm.
What's next?
Well, tip number 4 is all about the power of connection.
Okay.
Build strategic relationships.
Oh, that's like the whole your network is your net worth thing, right?
Yes, but Carter emphasizes building genuine, mutually beneficial relationships.
Okay, so it's not just about like collecting business cards
Exactly.
and trying to climb some social ladder.
Not at all. He talks about the value of mentorship, finding people you can learn from,
Mm-hmm.
but also emphasizing that mentorship is a two-way street.
Oh, interesting.
It's about giving back, adding value to the relationship.
I like that. So it's about cultivating connections that actually matter.
Exactly. He suggests attending industry events,
Okay.
joining mastermind groups,
Yeah.
and leveraging platforms like LinkedIn.
All right, so we've clarified our vision, mastered our time, committed to learning, built strong relationships.
It's a lot.
Yeah, we've done a lot already. What's the final piece of the puzzle?
Well, tip number 5 acknowledges that even with the best laid plans, life can throw us curveballs.
Right.
So it's stay flexible and resilient.
Because no matter how organized we are, there are always going to be those unexpected detours.
Absolutely. And Carter stresses that setbacks are inevitable. It's how we respond to those challenges that really matters.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean.
Yeah, he advocates for a growth mindset,
Okay.
viewing failures as feedback, learning from mistakes, adapting our approach as needed.
So it's not about avoiding failure. It's about learning how to bounce back from it.
Exactly. And that resilience is not just mental.
Okay.
He also highlights the importance of physical and mental well-being.
Oh, that's so true. It's easy to neglect self-care when we're focused on achieving goals, but it's crucial.
Absolutely. You can't pour from an empty cup.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here.
We have.
From clarifying our vision to building resilience.
Mm.
These are great tips, but how do we actually apply them to our own lives?
Mm.
What does it look like in practice? I think it's about celebrating those small wins along the way.
Yeah, celebrating those small wins.
Because it's so easy
Right.
to get fixated on the end goal
Mm-hmm.
that we forget to enjoy the process and give ourselves credit
Yeah.
for the progress we're making.
It's so important to acknowledge those little victories along the way,
It's like a pat on the back.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, hey, good job, me.
Exactly. And it reinforces our belief in ourselves, I think.
It's like building momentum,
Yeah,
one small win at a time.
absolutely. Before we wrap this up, I wanted to go back to something that really struck me about this article.
Yep.
But it's written by a real estate professional.
Right. Sean Carter.
A successful realtor.
Yeah, and at first, I was like, what does real estate have to do with, my goals,
But I think, as we've talked about,
Yeah,
these tips are so universal.
they really are.
They apply to so many different areas of life.
I think it's a good reminder that,
Mhm.
success leaves clues, no
Yeah.
matter what you're trying to
Yeah,
achieve. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Whether it's getting that promotion at work or writing a novel,
Mm.
starting a business,
Yeah.
these principles, they really can apply
so too.
across the board.
Yeah. For example, building those strategic relationships.
Yeah.
It's obviously crucial in real estate,
Oh, yeah.
but it's also important in your career,
Mm-hmm.
in your personal life.
Yeah, and pretty much every
Everything.
aspect of life.
Yeah, absolutely.
And even, the emphasis on lifelong learning.
Right.
It's not even, a nice to have anymore. It's
It's a necessity.
it's a necessity, especially now, right?
Especially in this rapidly changing world.
The world is changing so fast.
It really is. Yeah.
If you're not growing, you're kind of
You're falling behind.
you're falling behind.
Yeah.
And I really like that
Mm.
Carter emphasizes both,
Yeah.
technical skills and these soft skills.
Right. It's not just about the hard skills anymore.
It's don't be a robot.
Exactly. You need those humor skills
You got to have those human skills.
to really thrive.
Yeah.
The communication, the empathy, the leadership,
Yeah.
problem solving.
That's what makes you stand out,
I think so.
So what does all this mean for our listeners?
I think it's a call to action, honestly. It's an invitation to take these tips
Yeah.
and really apply them to your own life.
Make them your own. Yeah.
Exactly. Take ownership of your goals, your growth, your future.
Because it's not about being perfect. It's about progress.
Yeah.
It's about taking those small steps, those consistent steps
Yeah.
that over time can lead to those really remarkable results.
Like Carter says, 2025 is
It's a fresh start. Fresh start. It's a blank slate.
you can rewrite your story.
You can write your own story.
Absolutely.
I love that. So the final thought I want to leave you with,
Okay.
now that you've heard these 5 tips,
Mm-hmm.
what's one small step you can take today
I love that.
to move closer to your goals?
It's not about waiting for the perfect time or making those drastic changes.
It's just about taking that first step,
It is.
no matter how small it may seem.
Exactly. Just building that momentum.
Building that momentum.
Creating positive habits.
Yeah.
And consistently moving in the direction of your dreams.
And you got this. 2025 is your year to shine.
I believe that.
We believe in you.
We do. And we can't wait to see what you accomplish.
It's kind of funny.
Mm-hmm.
We started with real estate advice,
Yeah.
but we ended up talking about stuff that's relevant to pretty much anyone, right? No matter what your goals are.
It just goes to show you success leaves clues.
It does.
Yeah. And those principles
Yeah.
often apply across different areas.
Yeah, if your goal is
Right.
to get that corner office
Mhm.
or write a novel
Yeah.
or just find more balance in your life,
Right.
these tips can help.
Absolutely. And I think if there's one big takeaway from Sean Carter,
Okay.
it's that it all comes down to action.
Yes, taking action.
You can dream big, but it's the doing
Yeah.
that really makes a difference.
It's turning those goals
Yeah.
into steps, actually making a plan
Absolutely.
and then, actually doing the work.
It's a marathon, not a sprint.
It is.
There will be bumps in the road,
Oh, yeah.
setbacks, obstacles.
Yeah,
But those are all part of the process.
they are. And it's really how we handle those challenges
Mm-hmm.
that shapes us,
I think so.
learning from our mistakes, never giving up.
Right. That's the key.
So as we head into 2025,
Yeah.
armed with all all these insights.
Right.
Remember to approach each day
Mm-hmm.
with intention, with resilience,
Yeah.
and most importantly, with belief in yourself.
Absolutely. You got this.
Yes, you do. Because the future belongs to those who don't just dream,
Right.
but who dare to act.
Who take action.
So we can't wait to see what you achieve.
Yeah. Go out there and make it happen.
That's it for this deep dive.
It was a good one.
Until next time, keep learning, keep exploring, and keep reaching for those goals.
We'll see you next time.